Alright guys, TouchGrubbeer back again today. Hope you're enjoying your Monday so far, and yesterday the CDL 2020 season concluded. Modern Warfare is no longer. Dallas Empire win the World League Championship, and Crimsix certainly had a few interesting things to say about this current Dallas Empire squad compared to the other teams that he's won multiple world titles now won in the past. Pretty interesting discussion. The immediate response to this was like, look, there's no way Dallas Empire are as good as these other teams, the Dynasty squads, Complexity, EG, and then the OpTic Gaming squad, but Crimsix comes out with some clarification of why he believes this is indeed the case. Intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoy the video and find something valuable from this one. Subscribe if you are new as always. Just wanted to say big thank you for all the support throughout the 2020 season. Now it's finally come to a close. It's been well, a real season of growth, I think, for the channel obviously, and for me personally as well. Like, you know, realizing that it's possible to double upload every single day is well, not something that I was expecting, and the fact that it seems to be possible, certainly I'm not going anywhere, and I definitely have some content ideas for the off season and things I want to explore, and hopefully stepping this channel up to another level once again, as it has done over the last few months, I believe. But let's hop into things. Dallas Empire say the best ever, period. Congrats to the CDL Champs 2020 MVP, that being Crimsix. They did actually give Crimsix the MVP in the end. He had an interview as well just afterwards. I'll probably share a little snippet of it throughout the video where it is, well, where it is interesting for context. And yeah, they give him the MVP. Interesting, really, I think over the course of the World Championship, probably Clayster, and as Crim says in his interview, he believes Clayster should have probably got it. Maybe Shotzzy had the highest KD. Thinks Hook is crazy underrated, as with Iddy, really. He doesn't think he really deserves it, but pretty crazy to see, to be honest. I mean, congratulations to Crimsix, and of course, pretty interesting given the topic we're going to discuss in the coming minutes here. Clayster comes out with this: imagine if I retired. Now, not going to happen, right? But would have been pretty crazy, you know, into the season, right? Given, as he says right here, it's been a pretty good 2 seasons for me. 2 champs wins, 6 times first place, 3 times second place, first seed in the CWL, second seed in the CDL. Not too shabby. Proud of how these 2 years turned out. I mean, unbelievable turnaround for Clayster. And of course, with the potential of 4v4 coming into play, we're going to talk about that later today before the Rostermania topics really kick off over the next week or so. Who knows who gets dropped from this team? But if you are the Dallas Empire right now and you have to go to 4v4, you know, Hookily and Shotzzy aren't going anywhere. You've got to choose between Clay and Crim. Probably Clay would stay, but that's still pretty crazy, right? The Crimsix may just have become the best player of all time to just get dropped off his team a couple of months later. Who knows what happens though? That is by no means confirmed. Clayster follows up with this: I'm so happy, man, for the major success I had, to scraping by for almost 4 years without a championship, to now back-to-back world champion. I really wish I could celebrate with everyone right now. Man, I am living a dream. Never give up hope on your dreams. You never know what can happen. Pretty inspiring from Clayster, to be honest, to finish off this one. And then we get this from Nameless. So look at the date. Crim is the GOAT. Thursday 9 PM EST. So Nameless reaches out to Crimsix on the 7th of August saying, like, look, do you want to come on the podcast on Thursday? And then Crim says, you're gonna hate me, but let's do it after champs. Post-win interview, I've already decided that we're winning, and once I decide on things, things happen. And well, he goes on to prove this one yesterday as well. We then get this, of course, when we talk about the MVP: 1.02 overall KD, 1.5 S&D KD, 1.65 KD in the dominations. Impressive stuff from Crimsix. Then again, they only played 1 though, right? But he wins this watch, he wins the headset, he wins the MVP trophy. Pretty cool to see from Crim. I'll share well, a little bit of the interview here on screen right now.
But of course, the MVP trophy, like, what are you going to do with the MVP trophy?
Okay, so I'm going to just start this off by saying, who decided this? You know, because I was thinking, when I was told, I was like, huh? I was like, oh, maybe it's for finals only, because I played pretty well in finals. So I was thinking it was finals, but apparently it was the whole tournament. So I immediately was like, no, like, you either make 2 of them, or the play is what, and they're not going to do that. So this is what I'm going to do. Listen to this, right? You know those water cutters that shoot water at, like, I don't even know, fast.
Oh, yeah.
That can cut through anything. Yeah. So I'm going to cut the trophy in half and give the other half to Clay, because he deserved it. He played incredible. Probably his best tournament throughout the whole year. You know, me, I played well, but it's not difficult to improve on dog shit. So, you know, it was
play well.
It was a team.
So then Crimsix follows up this victory with a number of interesting tweets. Best team I have been on, no contest. We couldn't have done it without each other, and I never in my entire career played a tournament being quite this prepared. The maximum amount of effort was put in from all 5 of us, and it showed. Love these guys, and I'm so proud of these guys. Interesting that he would say this, right? The maximum amount of effort was put in, kind of implying that in previous squads, the effort wasn't quite there to the same degree that it was with the Dallas Empire, and to say there's no contest between that this is the best team of all time that he's been on is remarkable, right? You've got Clay, Hukili and Shotzi. I mean, what a squad that clearly is. And, well, what will happen in future seasons, right? Like, this has potential to go the absolute distance. But, still, pretty incredible from Crimsix as we'll look at some of his results throughout his career in just a second here. CDL Champs 2020, going from one of the most difficult points in my life at the start of the year to today. I couldn't ask for the end results to be any better. I didn't care about my legacy, prize money, or the game. I was pissed off for greatness, saying that, people had, pissed him off, screwed him over, whatever, and he manages to use that energy and push it towards good, I suppose, and win the World Championship. So, another interesting statement here from Crimsix. We then get this from him at the CWL London event, where, of course, Chicago beat them in the finals. Scumpy was, talking across the stage, all this kind of stuff, the drama at the time. Walked away from London with a second place finish and a smile on my face. First time I lost and I was happy. Whether everyone saw it or not, I noticed the potential at that very moment. I kept telling my teammates that everyone is so screwed. We had what others didn't have, and that being teamwork. And we'll look at another tweet which kind of implies this in a second. And to all the haters that motivated me and us more than ever, see me on the basketball court. I have no mercy. New Jordans, the CDL Jordans that he won, and an urge to dunk on you relentlessly. I will also be selling the infamous poster on eBay, so stay tuned for the link. So the poster is when they won the championships in Infinite Warfare, and Crimsix had that up behind him, and Scump talked about the living rent-free and all of this stuff, because Crimsix has a poster of the World Championship winning squad, just so he can keep looking at that and think, well, damn, I want to beat Scump and Forwell effectively. And well, he proved it on the biggest stage. Crimsix certainly knows how to win. So initially, some of the replies to this tweet were like, there's no way, right? You look at the previous rosters, Colo Complexity, of course, Evil Geniuses, OpTic Gaming. We'll look at some of their results in just a second here. To say that that's the best ever, people were like, look, there's no way. However, Crimsix has a pretty interesting explanation for why he does believe that is the case. Reddit got triggered by this. This is not cap. On Complexity, we were dominant to a different level. Kind of saying that back in the day on Complexity, the competition just wasn't there, right? Complexity was so dominant, but he was saying that they were obviously a very good team, but compared to the competition, they were so much better, but compared to all time, they weren't actually that good, I suppose, compared to current teams. A new breed of players playing with Aches Online takes a mental toll. The OpTic Gaming team had enormous amounts of skill, but if we got outskilled, we got exposed. Phase Advanced Warfare, for example, my 2 cents. Interesting for Crimsix to say this, of course, and we'll go on to look at a tweet in a couple of minutes here, where he looks at how this current Dallas Empire squad was capable of being outslayed and still winning, which isn't really the case with OpTic Gaming in the past. The idea with that was just skill all over the shop. We're just going to win the gunfights and we're going to win the championships. That they did, but maybe their teamwork wasn't quite there as this one was, which is what Crimsix is talking about in a second here. Just to bring this back, if you guys are relatively new to the scene, this is the Complexity dynasty described as throughout the period. They did go to Evil Geniuses just after this, but as you can see, throughout the latter half of Black Ops 2 and then into Ghost, this was just the most dominant team we have ever seen in Call of Duty history, to be honest. The number of wins in a row, not even not making a grand final, was just absolutely unprecedented throughout this period. Then, of course, the OpTic Gaming team, which was longer, I suppose, the dynasty run throughout Advanced Warfare, but they did struggle at a few tournaments, as he says, against the FaZe Clan team later on when they were properly matched in terms of skill. Black Ops 3, of course, was great for them again, but they fall short of the World Championships twice in this one, finally winning it, though, at the end of Infinite Warfare after a number of victories in this season as well. So this, I suppose, was the dynasty that once again Crimsix was a part of. Unbelievable scenes. But as he says in this tweet right here, I really do hope that this tournament shows how much I, and Clayster as well, can bring it to a team. I hope that this year on Empire has proved to everyone that teamwork can be taught and taught consistently. We won a LAN this year with the highest KD at 1.04. I think Shots had like a 1.04. The rest of the guys were lower than that when they won their LAN event, I think at the Los Angeles event. We beat FaZe, top 1 teams in terms of individual skill in 2 hardpoints with the KDs of 0.78, 0.8, 0.9, 0.92 and 1.12. You want to bring up the stats, look at the assists on the year, looking at you Halo players. Today I saw something I'd never seen on Call of Duty. Sexiest player on Modern Warfare easily. Shotzzy identified the angle and proceeded to shield Huke from bullets, dragged aim assist from the defuse. 2v3 kind of in champs finals. I played the rest of the map with a half chub, no cappuccino. And well, this is the clip that I'll put on screen for you guys on the big big screen just so you can see this in all its glory, I suppose. Crimsix dies right here. Shotzzy tries to get in front of the bomb, and well, you know, it's a 3 versus 4 effectively at this point. Comes down to a 2 versus 4, and while Shotzzy just manages to, you know, buy the aim assist, I suppose, off Hook, and they just get the defuse in. That was the crazy round, and yeah, as Crimsix is talking about here, like, what a bit of teamwork from the Dallas Empire. Shotzzy getting the kill when it mattered to just save Hook from getting killed off that defuse just when it matters, and then, like, you know, shielding Hook as well so Sim can't just kill him due to the aim assist stuff. I mean, that was just a phenomenal play, and such a huge one as well for Dallas to go up 5-3 in the map that took them up 3-0 in the series. I mean, what a performance, obviously, from Dallas Empire this weekend. There is no denying that. Couple of quick things to finish off the video then. Crazy stat from Reddit: 7 of the 8 CoD Champs winners, all except Black Ops 3, have included a member from the Complexity Evil Geniuses Dynasty. Thanks to Blind Events for pointing this out to me. So that's a pretty incredible stat. I think the only one, as he says, except Black Ops 3, with Slasher, John, JCap, and Apathy on the Team Envy squad at the time. But what do you guys think about what Crimsix has to say? Do you think the OpTic Gaming team was a better squad? Do you think it was more skilled, or was, as Crimsix is implying, there more teamwork on the current Dallas Empire team, making it, in Crimsix's opinion, the best team that he's ever constructed in Call of Duty history? That's a pretty remarkable statement, to be honest. And what does it mean going forward as well, given that Crimsix has now won 37 championships or whatever throughout Call of Duty history, and is certainly the most decorated player now, achieves the highest ever earnings, over $1 million in Call of Duty history as well? Is that disrespectful to his former teams, or is it just par for the course? Thanks for watching as always. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time.